What up everyone, I'm Kushi, and in today's video, we're going to be going over Spider-Man Miles Morales. I was pretty late to the game, and finally finished the first one earlier this year, so I had to pick this one up. And to my surprise, they fixed a lot of the issues that I had from the first one. So in this video, we're going to be going over 5 really awesome changes that I think improved the game a lot. So with that, let's get started. So the first thing that I really liked about this game, and honestly didn't really care about in the first one, is the photo mode. After playing Ghost of Tsushima, I've kind of been obsessed with experimenting with the photo mode, and there's a couple of features that I really liked that I honestly don't know if it was in the first game, but I've been really liking a lot. And so in Miles Morales photo mode, they have some really cool filters and frames. They have some filters that make your picture look like 8-bit or this comic book style, but I think the best part is that you have selfie mode. In this mode, you can't really get the background that well, but it is kind of cool posing for the camera with yourself inside. Another cool feature is that you can adjust the lighting and include stickers with 10 different layers. One feature that they don't have, which Ghost of Tsushima did, was changing the weather. So that kind of sucks, but hey, this one's not that bad. Alright, so on to the second awesome change that Miles Morales has, and that is the puzzles. I don't know if you guys remember in the first one, where you had to do these circuit challenges and get the voltages all right, and this was honestly kind of tedious. In Miles Morales, they made this process a lot better and made all of the puzzles world-based. This means that you interact with objects within the world instead of having to go to this separate mini-game. Using Miles's electric and web ability, you connect wires using your web to hook up circuitry. And I think this is an awesome change because they kind of kept the theme the same, but used current gameplay mechanics to solve puzzles. Another awesome example is this train puzzle that I had to do, where similar to the previous game, we had to rotate nodes to connect the circuitry. Again, now we use in-world objects to rotate objects and complete a certain objective. The next improvement I want to go over are the resources. If you remember in the previous game, there were 6 different resources that you can gain from doing different activities. And as you upgrade gear and suits, you need a certain combination of these resources to unlock these new abilities. So if you wanted a specific ability or gadget, you only could get that resource from doing one activity. In Miles Morales, so far there's only 2 resources. I've only played a couple hours of gameplay, so this might change as I progress throughout the game. But because you can get these resources doing different activities, you're not forced to do an activity that you don't like. Instead, you could kind of just choose an activity that you like, you get the same resource, and then you could upgrade your gear. This leads me to the 4th improvement in Miles Morales, and this is the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app. This app is basically a way to consolidate all your side quests in a separate menu so you don't get overwhelmed with a list of everything you could do. And I see a lot of games doing this currently, specifically Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where they got rid of that massive menu with all the side quests you can do. And I think this is a huge change from the first game, which gave you all the information on all the side quests for each area with a percentage of how much each area is complete. And if you're one of those completionist gamer types, I think this is kind of like a sigh of relief because it relieves that pressure of you completing every single thing within a certain area before moving on. Alright, on to the final thing that I think improved within Miles Morales, and this is the stealth. And there's 2 minor things that they improved, which I think improves the stealth a lot. First, they added a mechanic where you can shoot a web at certain objects to distract them and move enemies to a certain location. That gave you the opportunity to isolate enemies and take them down safely. The second is actually the level design. I noticed that a lot of the stealth missions were contained within buildings with a smaller space and a lot of support beams to move around and web enemies up. I actually found stealth a lot more enjoyable. And yeah, those are some changes that I found that I really enjoyed comparing it to the other Spider-Man. I really hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you're new to my channel, I recommend sticking around as I usually make videos going in depth into games that I like playing. So if you enjoy learning new things about Spider-Man and Miles Morales, consider subscribing so you can keep up to date with all the videos that I post. With that, thank you guys for watching, hope to catch you in the next one, and GG.